Welcome, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new and just checking out my video, my name is Serjovax. We are working on drones, my experience with them, and all my little projects that I'm doing for now. I'm pretty new on the hobby, but I've been looking for a lot of stuff, and I've been just, you know, getting into this 100%. So now I'm gonna do the modification for the antenna. I cannot test it because I don't have a Skyviper anymore. I actually doing a project with mine, and I changed flight controller. Mine got busted a little bit, messed up with water, so I'm not using this controller anymore. It's on the other video. So if you want to see the project I have, go to the video that I did before. Now this one, some people were waiting on it, so I'm gonna do it real quick. I do not recommend doing it without me giving a go for it. I'll just show how it's done. You can experiment if you want, but I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not because I cannot test it, at least not yet. So here we go. I'll be right back with you. So your next step will be opening the back part here. You just remove the screws. This opens up. Just be careful with pieces, because these guys come out. Alright. Then you got here the buttons for the actual controller. The push button to use, make the contact. Right there. Then the antenna is actually on the other side, so let me open that. All you gotta do is, I believe it's remove this one and this one, and we'll just come right off. So let's do that. Now here it is, how it looks from the other side. Your actual analog sticks go right here. Let me zoom in here. So they just come right off. Sometimes you can just put them back, whatever. Or you can just do it this way, and when you're done, you just put everything back together. Your actual antenna is this one right here. Right, so I've seen people put in their antenna from here, but I'm gonna do it from here because I saw somebody, this antenna, at least on my researches, you only have to put the positive in, like the main channel in. I'll show you that later on, and you just put that in. You don't need the negative port because it already have, I believe this is just the positive, and the negative is just connected down here on the circuit somewhere. So if you put the negative in, like let's say you put the positive here and the negative here, what it's just gonna do is not gonna bind. So I'm just gonna scratch a little bit here. That's how they always do. They scratch a little bit on the antenna so the actual connection gets done, because apparently on this plate it's not going to be connecting. So let's do that. So I scratch a little bit. I guess that's good enough. I'm not sure. I've never done this before, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do. They scratch till they see that metal, like the actual gold plate comes out, and you can see that metal piece or the wire on the bottom. So you just remove that coating so the actual make contact to that. Because I believe this gold, I'm guessing this is just my wild guess, that gold is just a coating, so the electronic component don't just emit electricity, and it just keeps it there. So you got to get that out to actually make some contact to it. I'm going to make sure I cover the whole thing that I just scratched with a blob of soldering, so I can get that clean. My idea is I'm going to put the cable up here on the top. I'm going to drill a hole, and I'm going to pass a cable through, and then I'm going to hook it up to that. So let's go to the next step. Alright, so now you want to get the coaxial. I bought this right here from eBay. I think it was eBay. I'll just show you the link later on the description below, and once I'm done with this, I'm probably going to do that in this video, just for the purposes. But you're going to be using this end, the female end, this one, the male end, because the actual antenna is female. And this one you can actually save. I don't throw anything away because actually I could use this for another build that I need actually male. So it has some metal. I just need this plug, so I'm just gonna keep this one. I can use that for any other build, but for now I'm gonna use this right here. So this should be coming up here, and I should manage it so it will come out. So this will be inverted, so it's gonna be a little bit hard. It should come out from the top here, somewhere around there. There's not too much space coming out, but I can actually make some room. I can pass it to the other side. I don't know. I'll figure that out. That part, it's you to figure out how you do manage your cables to actually get it nice and neat. Somewhere around there. It doesn't have to be centered. It just has to be there. All right. Now, for the next part, I'm just going to flip this. I'm just going to use it right here. And I'm going to proceed to cut this. I'm just going to show you, you got to get it on the inside. Since you don't need the negative of it, you just got to pull out the strip on the inside, I believe. So that's all you need to do, pretty much on this one, at least on this controller. That you don't need negative. If you needed the negative one, then you're gonna have to pull negative and then pull a little bit of the positive for the signal line or the coaxial line that's all the way inside, and then just strip a little bit of the skin and the metal that's the shield that's covering it. That's the negative of this thing, but you won't need that one, I believe. So all I need is the positive. Like I said, the negative's already installed inside. So let's do that. So if you can see here, that's I already peeled off that end, and what you see is exposed metal. That's the shield I was talking about. I'll do an example if you needed the negative on. So that's how it looks. This is your negative. Your positive or your signal line is actually inside that plastic, so I got to strip that plastic out so I can expose the signal. But I got to be careful because I can't have negative touching it. So I got to, like, if you're doing this, you got to give yourself some space to work with, where you can strip the signal and then keep the negative safe with that little piece of that plastic right here. So let's strip that negative. I'm going to take that negative out because I'm not going to use this. So I'm just going to cut it off and nip it out and just keep the signal wire, and that's what I need. Alright, so as you can see here, I have the strip nipped out. I got to fix that a little bit better, but you see the negative is actually nipped out. I took it off, peeled it out, and took it off, and then I peeled out from the plastic here on the front. I actually exposed the center signal wire, and that's what I'm going to be soldering. I am going to tin that, and then I'm going to solder into that area I scratched. Now I just made a hole on the top of this front sheet here. Basically, you have the whole length of this standoffs, I believe so, to do whatever, because the actual board sits a little bit down here. That's what the marker is for. So the standoff will pretty much mark where the board is going to sit. So anything below that should be fine. So I just did it right there. Nice hole. I have a drill, of course, a small little drill. Started with a small drill and just open it up slowly and just test it until I got it to the point where I got it in. I'm going to smooth this out with another piece of bits from the drill that smooth out plastic. I'm just going to smooth that out so it looks nice and neat.